Hi guys, in today's video I'm going to talk about Civil Procedure Code Section 9. It is basically a very important section. If you are starting to study CPC, then Section 9 plays a very important role in throughout the rules and section of Civil Procedure Code. So first of all, let us start with the reading. The court shall have jurisdiction to try all suits of civil nature, excepting the suits of which their cognizance is either expressly or impliedly barred. We will also study about the essential. First, taking a simple reading. Explanation 1 is talking about a suits in which the right to property or office is contested in a suit of civil nature, notwithstanding that such right may depend entirely on the decision of the question as to religious ceremony. Explanation 2. It is immaterial whether or not any fee are attached to office or is attached to any particular place. So once you will read this section, I must tell you that Section 9 is also known as gateway of CPC, as every suit which is filed in a civil matter must qualify all the essential elements of Section 9. Once the civil matter is qualified with all the essential, it will only then consider as suit in a court. So once simple reading, you will came to understand that these are, I have marked them red, these are the essentials of Section 9. First of all, the court shall. I will talk about shall in the next slide. It is a very important essential ingredient of Section 9. Then the suit of a civil nature comes. Basically there is a very different views about what is included in civil nature or what is not included in civil nature. I will also talk about in next slide. So the next one is expressly or impliedly barred. Basically it bars certain suits. We will also consider in the next slide. In explanation 1, we will also talk about can suits of civil nature and also decide the matter related to religious rites and ceremonies. And we also talk about explanation 2, which says any fee is attached to any office or particular place. First of all, essential ingredients. Suits of civil nature. I am taking this before shall because it is important to understand the value of shall. Suits of civil nature has a very wide meaning. Everything which is of civil nature is considered as a civil suit. But Justice R.N. Saheja told that the suits of civil nature must be read in contradiction with the criminal nature. So once what is not criminal, we will consider it as a civil. Now the word shall comes. There is a line that says in Section 9 the court shall try all suits. So here the shall is a mandatory duty of a court. If any civil nature suit satisfy all the conditions of Section 9, then it is the duty of the court to insert that suit and decide, and this was held in Balmukand Barwa case. You know, there are several statutes that has been made, like certain acts in which a special court has been enacted, which has jurisdiction to decide only a particular matter which is related with that particular suit, and other courts are barred to decide that matter. So when we talk about expressly barred, it means the statute is expressly talking about the restriction of a court to decide the matter. And when we talk about impliedly barred, it is not expressly mentioned in any special act, but it gives an influence that the court has no jurisdiction to decide a matter except the special court. So now the question is whether the suits of civil nature includes religious rites and ceremonies as well. So this is what the explanation 1 is talking about. If the case is of civil nature and the smaller part or some of the part of that case related to religious rites and ceremonies, or we can say that in order to decide a civil suit we have to decide religious rites and ceremonies as well, then that case will also consider as civil under section 9. So explanation 2 is basically the extension of explanation 1, as it just says it does not matter whether any fee is attached to or not. So let's us take an example. If there are two parties A and B, both party belongs to a same caste and B is expelled out by the caste of A. So now B filed a suit in a court that A should not expel him out of the caste. The matter is related to the caste, which is the matter related to religious rites and ceremonies of a particular section of the society, but still the court will decide the matter as it is a part of civil nature, and we have to take a civil suit into consideration of a court even if it includes some of the part of religious rites and ceremonies. So that's all with section 9. I hope you like this video. I will meet you in another video. Till then, goodbye.